Well, hello everybody and welcome to the channel. Break par in association with ShotScope at the beautiful Newquay Golf Club with the head professional. You've not been on the channel for some time.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
It's been too long.
It's been way too long.
I've come down to Cornwall again, and I'm sorry, but I've brought some weather with me. Every time.
It does my head in, Dan. Every time you come down. I played yesterday, beautiful, a bit of sunshine, a little bit of breeze. You come here today, well, murky. It's murky. As good as we can do it.
Yeah, murky. As long as we don't get any rain, which I don't think is in the forecast, we should be okay. We're going to break this down into 3 parts, but we're going to do it with a bit of a twist. So it is a break par. Chris and I are going to look to try and see if we can break par ourselves individually, but there's going to be a twist, so you're going to have to stick with us for the whole 3 parts, 18 holes, Newquay Golf Club. Let's get out there.
Let's get it.
358, you said this is the toughest wind for this golf course.
It's a horrible wind for this golf course.
25 mile an hour wind?
Yeah, we got gusts of about 20, 18, 20, but it's completely wrong direction. So any of you that know Newquay, it's built on a hill sort of like that obviously goes into the sea. So the wind is at the minute coming down, so it pushes everything down the hill. Where normally the wind's kind of into and out the right on the first here, and you can kind of use it against the slopes, but here you're fighting the wind, you're fighting slopes. It's, yeah, it makes it a lot more tricky.
Oh, that's absolutely perfect, I would say. Bounding. Not being funny, but we've not even had shots in the net.
That hurt.
Have you hit any yet, Daniel?
No.
Nothing?
No warm-ups. A couple of swings by the buggy there, but oh, we're getting too old for
tell you what, for somebody of your latter years, very flexible, aren't you? Oh, just lovely. Straight at the flag.
Knuckle that.
Perfect. Should be on the flat bit.
Hopefully it's on the flat bit, it'll run, that one.
So, look at us, 2 little peas in a pod.
Oh,
and you'd never think I was only 10 years older than Dan, would you? Look at that,
Would you say this is a hurting wind of like what?
It's a good club, maybe club and a bit.
But it's playing uphill.
So if we just take you up there a minute, it's all uphill. Yeah, just had our bunkers redone as well, so it'd be nice to have a little go there. So it's 110, wind is, as I'm looking at the shot here, wind is into and out the left, so it's coming from kind of sort of this area here. 110 is normally a sand iron or a 54. This here I'm probably going to hit just a nice wedge, I think. Pins at the back so you can't go long. So Dan's got a
left edge of the left bunker and then let it move off there.
Ideal.
Pitching wedge.
Exactly what you tried. It's just staying out there. Stayed straight over there, back edge.
You're getting it into such a good spot here. You know, sometimes you get it a bit kind of deep and behind you, and then a flippy. It doesn't look like
interestingly, I've got a video coming out about some of the stuff that I've been working on.
Okay.
Which is what probably might have come out by now, actually, thinking about it.
Well, I've got the same club. I'm just going to try and you try to use the wind. You try to hit it down the left and use it. I'm going to, because I can't really fade the ball. I couldn't really cut a loaf of bread, so I'm actually going to try and hold mine up a little bit and try and use the wind to buffer it up a little bit. So a little 3/4 wedge and buffer it up there. Oh no.
Alright, is it a little left?
For how bad that is, I prefer that one to yours, and yours is a far superior shot. Yeah.
Wow, okay. Yeah. Just a little bit flicky with the hands there, but that's alright.
That's what happens with age.
Gilly?
Yes.
These greens.
Well.
Bloody hell, these are lovely.
When you think, what are we now? November, isn't it? What's the date today? 6th November something? You think, yeah, so look, they're amazing, aren't they? They're like carpets.
This is phenomenal. This is as good as I've ever seen these greens.
Yeah, it's there's still quite a bit of growth, and if you have a look, we had the aeration done this week. You see these tiny holes?
Yeah, but that's like...
Well, no. So do you remember back in the old days, and some of you will remember, when they used to have to try and aerate the greens, they would punch holes in, big holes, and then they would fill it over with sand and seed, and it would be a nightmare, wouldn't it? And then 3-4 weeks later, it still wouldn't be right. Members would be moaning, why have you messed up the greens and all this stuff. By the way, greenkeepers don't do that intentionally, I can assure you. So what there's this machine, and it's got like prods like that deep. And it's got air jets at the bottom. What it does, it goes in through these, well, creates these holes, goes that big, and it blasts air.
Yeah.
So it mixes up all the sort of soil underneath, keeps the top surface okay, but so all the root growth can go somewhere. So it's a great machine. It's really expensive, but I think we hire ours, and I don't think we've got one, but they are brilliant.
Big swing here, eh?
Absolute. Yeah, horror show really. You kind of want to hit it where you are. There would have been ideal, but. Yeah, let's have a go. They should run okay. This should run. I've got that about 6 feet outside left.
Look at match movement there. Come on down. Oh, Gilly's got that one.
That's beautiful. You can take that away.
So Daniel probably doesn't do it justice. So I go to the side here, you might be able to see, if I get down to a bit of worm length, worm height, you can see it goes pretty flat on the frost bit of the fringe here, and as it hits the green, as it gets down to the flag, and just see the hole there, it's all downhill. It's all down. And luckily we've had a bit of rain recently, so it's not going to be quite as daunting as it can be, but
Like it wants to go that way once it hits the green.
it will do, yes. It just gets onto the green.
Come on down.
And it's just trickling, it's still trickling, it's still going. Just got held up in the fringe a little bit.
When the wind's up on a links course like this, you just got to have a short game.
Yeah.
Got to have a short game.
You've got to be able to muster a score, haven't you? I've said this on the channel before. I don't like using the term golfing your ball.
Yeah.
But you've just got to manage it. So here, Dan, the sort of error that Dan's made there is kind of leaving it above the hole still. Even the same distance past would have been a lot easier. It's now sort of downhill, out the left a little bit. Starts it down the left, curves in, middle of the hole. Beautiful, Dan.
Now that wasn't the most enjoyable stroke I've ever had, I'm not going to lie. It was kind of like, got through my backstroke and I thought, just get this club on the ball, get it moving.
And that's all you did?
That's it.
Great.
Couple of pars. Probably the toughest hole on the course.
Wow.
Gilly bringing over the clubs.
Can I just...
Yeah, go on. Have you ever had a set of those? You must have. You're a Callaway boy.
I was a Callaway boy for years, yeah. Well, still am now again, but yeah, no, I had these 16s. Would have had them when I was still playing full time Asian Tour.
What do you
European.
think about the little yellow little number in the bottom there?
Well, I can only call it a bodge job. Yeah.
Captain Bodger.
Yeah, bodge it and Scarpa, strike again. Yeah. I'm not sure if you get away with that in your PJ exams.
Do you know, I brought it out with Joe the Pro. We were at Saunton. Brought it out with Joe the Pro at Saunton, and it's just, it was going back in time. Literally. Sits beautiful.
Oh, that's powerful, isn't it?
Look how beautiful that looks.
That's got a little bit of meat behind it, isn't it?
I've actually got at home now the full set of them. Full set. Wedge, all the way to 2 iron. 3 irons in there, 2 irons in there.
I'm starting to think you've got too much time in your hands, mate. Probably the hardest hole on the course.
Yeah.
It's basically a short par 4, isn't it? It's 200, upper hill of a good club. Wind is today straight off the left. Normally it's into, so it's even harder.
Yeah.
But anything that misses right, you've got a horrible up and down. And we've just redone the bunker on the left, so it'd be good to go and have a little look at that one. So that's out of play at the minute, so probably not a bad miss.
Okay.
So anything left of the flag is a pretty good shot today. I got 3 iron.
Turnover ball. Turnover ball.
That's rubbish.
Is that going to catch that bank?
Yeah, that's missed the green quite comfortably as well.
Yeah, okay. You got wind into with your pitch shot.
Yeah.
And that pin is not, that pin is middle, isn't it? So you've got a little bit of wriggle room there.
You've got a little bit of wriggle room. The thing I always think about this hole is anything misses left is a much easier shot, because although if you have a look, the whole topography goes left to right up there, but the actual green sits right to left.
Yeah.
So anything misses a bit left, you've got a much easier up and in. Are you?
I don't know what to hit. I'm going to hit my 2 iron.
You going for the old relic?
I think so.
That
I'm
wasn't
not
me,
sure
by the way.
4 irons getting there, is it?
I've hit that 3, and I've struck it okay.
Couldn't see it land there.
But I don't think it was going to get. Certainly wasn't getting past pin eye. That's for sure. Oh, that is smooth as a goose. Needs a bit of ground help to chuck up there.
Down with you now.
Is that just called the slope?
Just killed it as soon as it landed. So I think that's bottom right corner of that green.
Yeah.
All right, we got a couple of chips. Oh, what you got there?
Got me new one.
New one. What is that? 60.
The new Opus with the tungsten, yeah. So be interesting to see how this one. Well, I used it yesterday. It was quite nice.
Let's watch him come up and see how he gets on. So he's got a little bit of wind into, so that's going to help it. That's going to stall the shot for him. Yeah, nice. Really nice.
So down with a much easier shot, he can pick and place it. Just walking up the slope he was just on, as you can see as he ventures up here. It's quite a steep slope. So mine wasn't too bad. So you can use the wind to buffer the ball a little bit. And he's nice and positive, nice and aggressive with this. And he is. That's a great shot. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, Daniel.
Last time we played here, I think it was windier than this.
Yeah, it was horrible, wasn't it?
And it was, I think I finished 7 over par. And you were about 1 over or level or something like that.
Yeah.
Played some really tidy golf, but scrambled.
That's right, yeah. So we're going to have to try and scramble again.
They don't call me the Eggman for nothing. I don't think that's going to turn a lot. I've got...
Are you going to play for wind?
Not today. Or is it a good one is if your bottom of your trousers move,
Okay.
the wind's going to affect it. If it doesn't, then it won't. Nope.
Started left.
That was a bit of a Timothy tug.
Okay. Take it away.
Oh, hang on a minute. Come on. There we go.
2.5 feet, 3 feet.
Yeah, I see. It's interesting. This wind. And again, you're certainly more experienced in the linksy sort of weather, but I would play a little bit of wind for a putt like this. Just out, like I would feel it like this. And you might be right, but I just feel like I would probably play a little bit if I was teeing it up in this.
Yeah, potentially. Beautiful, beautiful, Dan.
You know what, these greens are so good.
They're very pure, aren't they? You start it online. There's no bumping.
Okay, right. One and level.
Oh dear. The amount of times I've played with you out here, you don't hit driver very often down here.
Not normally, no. It's normally down breeze, so you've got a couple of the fairway traps. You go in there, it's an 80, 90 yard fairway trap shot, and it's in theory quite a straightforward hole, isn't it?
Yeah.
The breeze is actually slightly into, and there's a trap on the right there at 280, and I can't, I'm too old for that.
No,
so I can't get there. So it's actually quite a good line, and then you're only going in from 70, 80 yards, you know?
Love that. Not going to sit it down, but it's pretty good. Oh yeah, centre stripe.
Yeah, there we go.
Absolutely perfect.
Thank you, mate.
It's gone quite a long way right. It's gone just left side of the buggy here, but should be fine. There's plenty of room down there. The rough's been cut down.
Right on the toe.
So yeah. So Dan's ball's found this right hand rough, long way short of this mound here. You can see pin is centre, a little bit to the right. Big area to hit at. Bunker right, bunker left. Shouldn't really affect him. It's down breeze, downhill.
125, playing 123. We're probably playing
110, 112.
Okay, so I'm going to go with my 52.
Yeah, okay. Because also as well, he's on quite a sharp downslope here. If I should take here. So anytime you're on a downslope, it's going to naturally deal off the club anyway.
Yeah.
So it's going to come out a bit lower, a little bit less spin.
I don't want this going long though, do I?
Long, no. The pin's okay today because it's middle, but long is not ideal, no. Caught it a bit out the toe. It's just gone a bit left.
You know what, I'll take that.
Just front left. That's all right, mate.
I thought that was going to get one of those little bounces and kick it in down the bottom there.
Well, we're the same as most places at the minute, and we're not immune to it, obviously being a links course, but everywhere's been so wet, wettest winter on record, all this stuff.
Isn't it?
It's horrible everywhere at the minute, so you know, we're just lucky we're open, we have buggies, etc, etc.
Yeah, well, it's the beauty of links, isn't it?
Indeed. What a drive you've played here. Absolute beauty. Split it.
I didn't think I could get anywhere close to that trap, and we're kind of level with it.
So,
You're like a fine wine, Christopher. Just get better with age, don't you? You're getting longer with age.
Or being used out of a brown bag.
Whatever.
Is that the same thing?
Whatever works.
Whatever lights your candle.
What you got?
Aches and pains, high blood pressure. No,
I've got a nice cream for you that will really help you.
Well, you keep that to yourself, sunshine. Right, so 75 yards. Wind is kind of, it's almost helping, but it's not really going to affect it too much. But there is a backstop behind this flag, so I'm going to try and hit it to the right, and that should give me a slightly easier putt. So pin eye right. If it turns over a little bit, then great.
I love that. Go on it. Get on it. Get on it. Zip, 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 zip.
Oh, almost.
That's pretty good. I reckon that's going to bring you back to level, Christopher. Just one thing I want to ask.
Yes.
You no gloved that. You don't wear gloves
Never
for your
do
wedges?
for a pitch shot. No, never have. Don't ask me. No,
Never,
no idea.
How much golf I've played with you, I've never noticed that.
Never have. I don't know.
It's like I almost thought you've forgotten then.
I think because
you kicked in and like forgotten that you got your glove
I was quite tight as a kid, and I thought the less shots I can use with a glove on, then it's going to last longer, isn't it?
Yeah. And then you met Paul and realised you weren't that tight.
Then I met Paul and realised that I was like, you know, the biggest charity giver ever. I've never known anybody that squeaks when he walks as much as him, like a drum, isn't he? Watching yours didn't do anything, so I can only imagine this is virtually straight, isn't it? Can't see that doing anything.
Okay, I like that.
Sort of
Let's get you back. Let's get you back to all flat, shall we?
Yeah, let's do that, shall we?
Love that. Absolutely love that. If anything, it was wanting to just wiggle that way at the end.
Well, that's what happens when you don't hit it with enough pace.
Wind takes a...
I was there going, hit it, Wind, hit it. What, from 4 feet?
So Dan, just going to hopefully tidy up here. Nothing of any worth here. Don't believe it's going to turn at all.
Not a lot.
No, I got that fairly straight, mate. I can't see that doing a heap. Yes, in it goes. Rock solid. I tell you what, you remind me of John Travolta back in the 70s then. Yeah, because I think he had rickets also. I think he had a vitamin D deficiency, or C, whatever it is.
Three bars, just going.
Trio.
Oh, right, so long hole today, Daniel.
Yeah, this is a
400
brute,
up the hill, back into it. Trap on the left is definitely in play. The two fairway ones definitely aren't. But the shot is, I'm going to try and hit it down the left and let the wind just drift it a little bit if we can.
Just buff it now, wind.
Go right.
Not seeing that down over the dune, but that looks, it was a great hit.
Yeah, I hit that great, just didn't fade.
The trap in question is this little sausage here. It's about 250, 240, 250 to fly it, but it's uphill, back into this cold wind. Yeah. I wish they had a temperature revision. Is that a thing? I know now they were trying to get smell-o-vision out, weren't they? Remember smell-o-vision? Or is that just me and Willy Wonka? No, it was me, Willy Wonka and the in Everlasting Gobstopper, I think, maybe. I don't know. Down the left, it's cutting back. It's over-cutting a bit too much, maybe, Daniel. There is a fairway trap. There's this trap just here. I think it's just left enough to be okay, but you hit it great, didn't you?
Hit it good, yeah.
And it would have got a few more yards carrying on the wind, so it should be okay. So there's that bunker there I was talking about. It's going back towards the tee. Dan, you got 165. Pins at the back, all the way at the back. Let's take you up there. So it's a white flag, like most courses nowadays. We're red, yellow, white for front, middle, back. 165, pin at the back, wind is into and out the left.
165 with the uphill play?
With the uphill, probably it's about a 180 shot, 175, 180.
Okay, so it's...
But you've got a funny, got a bit of a jumpy lie. There's a bit of grass, you see a bit of grass behind the ball.
You don't want to be short though, Gilly.
Short is dead, long is fine. You can make 4 from long quite easily. What have you got?
5 iron.
I think 5's great. I think 5 at the, I just come to the side, 5 at the lamppost, and just let him drift on back. I think it's pretty spot on, bud. Luckily you've caught that tiny bit heavy. So let's have a look where that goes. He's up there. Well done, mate. That's a great shot. Anything hit the green from with a 5 iron is a very good play.
These first 6 holes, it's a challenge getting going, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm looking forward.
That with links?
I'm looking forward to when I can tag somebody so they can come in the ring instead of me.
Don't worry, I've got a little special card up my sleeve for that. All right.
Just
Shot scope down, see?
shot scope. Which one do you use?
Alex, but I've got the older kind of one.
No, but you've got the GPS on the back.
I forgot to charge it.
But you also in their buggies, look here. They've got the
Touchscreen as well.
yeah, touchscreen, got the flyovers and everything. It's quite nice.
Yeah. So 167, so similar yardage to you, but different angle. I'm coming from the left side.
Which angle do you prefer?
I always prefer it actually from this top side, because you can see it's a lot flatter.
Yeah, definitely a flatter.
It's a flatter lie. You're not getting involved with too much more, but wind is, this angle is, doesn't hardly feel like it's even hurting, does it? Weird one. Have a look. Where's the clouds going? No, they are slightly.
One big cloud up there.
No, that's just me and my personality. Got a rain cloud just sat on top.
Hey, I'm liking the little top knot you got going on at the back here.
Oh, don't. Right,
what's going on with the mullet?
I've got a haircut later. Look.
Yeah, later on, is it?
Look at that.
Huh?
That's ridiculous.
We could get the dreads going with that.
Oh. Yeah. Just look like
top knot for the day.
Top knot.
Top knot.
Don't, because Paul will catch on that.
Top knot.
Hashtag top knot. You what?
Love it. Hold it there. Hold it there. Sit down up there.
Very good.
Just trying to work it in, aren't you? I can see your hands working hard at the bottom.
But the trouble is the hand shouldn't be working, because if I get the club here, then the club face is shut. But because I'm doing kind of this at the minute, it's kind of opening the face and I'm having it. So
save it.
Yeah, not ideal at the minute, but not practicing, not playing a lot. So every time you come here,
hanging on for dear life. Every time I come here, I know.
It's
I know what you're
cold,
saying.
it's windy. I know it's November, but yeah, just held on by what, a foot or so. Could have ended up down the bottom, so much easier shot now. It's got a little 54, trying to run it up the slope.
Yeah.
It's not going to turn a lot, but just want to try and get a nice flat flight. Maybe just turn the toe in a fraction, make sure it runs out a little bit.
Great for yardage.
Right again.
Yeah, just didn't work it right to left on you there.
That's because the ground goes left to right.
So I've really worked out over the just watching back a lot of the footage and things like that over the last sort of couple of years.
Okay.
Short game.
Yeah.
My short game is just not of the. It's not. It doesn't. It's decent. Like it's a decent short game. Like
Yeah.
I would say, it's probably like a 6 or 7 handicapper short game. I reckon the rest of my game is kind of close to scratch. And then if I don't play, so if I don't hit greens, I feel like my short game really kind of lets me down.
Okay.
I have the streaky times where I play alright with it. But just looking back, I think if I tidied up my short game,
Yeah.
like I think your short game's really good.
Yeah.
Like you're always there or thereabouts, your chip-in's always confident. I don't have that same, not that I can't find it again, it's just a lack of working on it.
Yeah, and that's half the battle, is practicing it, and but also practicing the correct stuff.
Yeah.
It's all well and good practicing, but you need to have a solid technique and a solid, you know, action that you can repeat. It's a nice strike, and it's just, if anything, went up the hill.
Funny part, wasn't it, in the end?
Yeah, but anytime you make 4 here, even down breeze, I think it's a good 4 hole. I think you can make 5 so easy here.
Cool.
This would be a nice little mop up, wouldn't it?
Well, it would be a very nice mop up, seeing it was a pretty bad second. So I've just got that just inside right edge, back up the hill.
Stay there.
Wow.
Christ. That went hard.
I think I pulled that. I think.
That went very. No, I don't think you did get it. I just think it really moved mid-section.
Wow.
there. It just really snapped on you.
Didn't see that happening.
Okay, it's going to be one of them days.
One of those days, up and down like a fiddler's elbow.
Such a beautiful hole, this one, because it just
It's stunning.
shoots out into Thistral Beach down there.
See Trevose and Watergate and all the stuff.
Well, that's all down that way, isn't
Yeah, obviously not.
it?
today.
Watergate over there.
Watergate's kind of over the camera. You've got Trevose Head, the Q's, the 2 rocks. If you've ever played Trevose, those 2 you see on the first tee there. All out there. So yeah, it's a pretty cool view. So 400 yards straight down the draft, which is again 180 from where the prevailing wind is normally. Wind's normally in and out the left.
Yeah.
Pins on the front, so I'm going to hit 3-iron.
It's pretty good.
Oh, I've got a seagull as well.
Oh, well, it'd be your second birdie of the day then, wouldn't it?
Oh, all right, Dan. Thanks for that.
So you don't think driver's the play?
Well, it is if you want to try and drive the green, but I just don't think there's enough help in the ground to take it there. So I think it's just a 2-3 iron and a sand iron in. It's got the old Vardinators Club. That makes that real old sound, doesn't it? I love it. I think that's great. It's like reminiscent.
You know you'll be up in the loft later, but you're looking for some old Vardinator clubs.
There's no way to talk about the wife.
So Daniel's got 122 pin. You can see on the thing here, pin's kind of middle-ish. 107 front. Now that's the number you've got to be looking at,
Because there's a big downslope, you've got to be covering 107 minimum.
That is that's quite helping as
It's
well, isn't it?
straight down draft. You're a good half a club downhill, so you're probably looking at about I'd say about a 110, 112 shot again. But this one is not a pitching wedge because you're not back into the breeze, so I'm guessing you've got your gap.
I've got my 52.
Yeah. I think 52 is fine, so it's going straight over this fairway trap, which is the reason we iron off the tee to get away from that. It's a solid 52, it's straight at the money. That'll kick in a little bit from there, mate. Oh,
Not seeing that down. Is that must have landed on the front edge?
that
if it's
should
not
have.
jumped forward then.
I would have thought that's pretty decent. It's one of those problems with the pair of us being a little bit vertically challenged, Dan, isn't it? We can't see over 2 foot hills.
What's scary is I'm taller than you.
Oh, that's big words, little britches.
Basically the same yardage, but right in the middle of the fairway.
I'm going for a completely different shot, Daniel.
Do you when you're on camera and you're telling the camera what you do?
Yeah.
Do you think that helps your game, like builds more pictures? And do you actually do that as like on your own?
That's what I do anyway.
Do you?
My head is a wonderful place. Yeah. Sometimes not for the good things, but yeah, no, I look at it, I picture it, stuff that we talk about. Where's the wind? Where's the slope? How far is it playing? That's all going through my head anyway.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit like the putting thing. You know, this putting thing with the 8 point in your feet. Yeah. I didn't realise until that came out. I didn't realise I'd been spent ever since I was a kid.
You've been doing that?
That's what I did. I didn't know I was doing it.
I thought you were looking for worms, to be honest.
Not a seagull. Pat the worms out. So I've got a 60 degree. Now my 60 only goes 90.
Okay.
But I'm going to turn the toe and I'm going to hit it hard, because even if it pitches short,
yeah,
it will skip. If it pitches on, it will land and it will dig its heels in. Oh no! Oh, bully. He's on the green, but I think I turned the toe in a little bit too much there.
I think that's fallen down onto the green though.
Yeah, it'll be on the green, but yeah, not good.
So Dan has just clambered over the massive front here. See a big slope.
Great.
But Dan, I had a look at your putter just then. Let's have a look.
No, it's just that it's like over time now it's starting to just wear a little bit in certain corners.
You've chucked that.
I like that.
You've chucked
Well,
it.
actually, you say that.
You chucked it, you stoved it.
I looked at the putter earlier and I thought, is that more upright?
Upright?
Upright.
You like that Japanese Asahi. He used to have his hands by his ankles. I reckon you got Avios miles on that one, mate. I've got to be honest. I reckon you could get to Orlando for free.
I like it when it has a few wears and tear marks on them.
Wow. There's wears and tears.
Tiger Woods putter.
Tigers? Which one?
Battered. Absolutely battered.
That's because he's quite good.
Heavily out the left.
Yeah. So Dan's got about a 30 footer. Just by my ball there you can see the hole. So it's across the green, bottom of the slope. He's going to have to strike it well. He's struck it beautifully.
One down.
It just needs to run out. It needs to run out, and it hasn't.
Wow.
It's just hung up there. It's just hung about 3-4 feet short.
That is long.
That wasn't his finest effort.
So I was very lucky. I caught the top of this bunker, which had pulled it, and it's actually come down pretty nicely here. So just off the right. Could be the up and down day Dan was talking about, of lots of birdies, lots of bogeys. So I got that, a couple of balls outside right.
Hold up. It's just swinging, Gilly.
Yeah, I think I'm pulling it a little bit, mate. It certainly feels like it's
Take it away. It's all good.
It feels like it's coming off left at the,
yeah,
at the lights. Just going to get my hands a bit higher, I think.
Yeah, I said he's got a bit of a stinker again. His same putt as he had on the first. It's kind of downhill and out the left, which is certainly not what right-handers enjoy.
You don't need this pressure you're putting on yourselves with these little sneaky ones, you know.
Again, this distance past the hole, it's then going up the hill. It's going to take less brake, be more aggressive, so it just does make it a bit easier. It doesn't guarantee you're going to hole it, but it certainly gives you a much better opportunity of holing it. So left edge, half a ball outside, starts just outside, goes in right half. Lovely. Nice form, me old buddy.
I reckon I'll be grey by the time this round's over.
Grayer.
Grayer, that's right.
Grayer. You're already
ER at the
old.
end of it.
Old. No, it's EERR down in Cornwall.
Is it?
Yeah. Flat as a pancake.
Look at it. Nothing there, is there?
There was a few up the top when we were coming down, but I suppose it comes in little swells, does it?
Again, wind's this direction, so it's just not helping matters. So tide's just on the way in now, isn't it? So
there's a beautiful restaurant just out beyond there, just over there.
Over that top, yeah, the Llewellyn.
What's it called?
Llewellyn.
I went there with Nathan for dinner when we were down at Perranporth.
Oh,
lovely it was.
You boys must have some money, don't you?
Yeah, we do. How often are you out there?
Never. Can't afford it.
It's good.
Go left a little, just a tiny bit.
Not going to see it down, but I think that's pretty good, Gilly.
It just needs to go to the left just a hair.
Well, nice Wednesday morning.
Couple of surfers out there. Not a lot going on.
Down the driver as well. Long hole today, 370 up the hill. He's pushed it a bit right. If that stays right, Dan, that should be okay.
Really?
Yeah. There is a fairway trap up there, but I think if it stays there, it should be all right, mate.
Okay. A bit toey again. Everything's out the toe today.
Tiny bit. But he's all right.
Living in the toe.
Let's go. 127 into, out the right.
Is there a bunker right at that flag?
Yeah, about 15 yards right of that it is. Oh, he's pulled that.
Win now.
Pulled that a lot.
So above the feet.
Pulled that a lot. It's just okay. It's just held up short of the rubbish.
Shot scope telling me 113, but uphill playing 121.
121. So 121 would normally be a nice wedge, wouldn't be a full one. But this breeze is cold, isn't it? I'm not sure it's just me, but it feels like it's got even colder at the minute. So I'm going to hit a little 9. I'm going to try and keep the flight down. I'm going to try and take the side spin off it a little bit. Still balls above the feet like yours, nowhere near as bad as your shot. But again, I know this is where you got to set your expectations at levels. Even 113 yards to hit the green from here is a pretty good shot.
Started out on the right, it's really drifting in though now. Yeah,
It's a bit short.
front right. The problem is when you're hitting it up into that wind like that, it just stalled it straight away, didn't it?
Pops and spins too much, but again, it's on the green, so I'm fairly happy with that.
Daniel has pulled it left of the green, left of these traps. He could have gone down into the jungle where you'd find Bagheera and Mowgli, but he's managed to stay up here. Grass against him, nestled down. The only good thing he's got is back into the breeze, slightly up the hill.
Play this like a little pop shot.
Yeah, it's just got to be quite aggressive. Keep up the speed. Oh, that's come out very, very nicely. That's come out a little bit too well, I'm afraid. Not your finest effort, me old buddy.
No, a bit too poppy.
Gilly back up the hill. Big putt, huge putt, out the right.
You know, I said I was happy about it hitting the green.
Yeah. Not sure now?
Not entirely convinced. So massive up the hill, back into the breeze. Going to play blimmin' miles. Good couple of feet outside right, I reckon. Anything within 4 feet, a pretty good putt here. That wind's just starting to pick up as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really picking up now. Did say gusts of about 30 to 35 mile an hour. That's a great putt.
Oh, I was tracking.
That's a very good putt.
So as I mark my ball, Daniel having a little jog. He's just run through to the first cut of rough here. So it's big swing off the right.
Just lifting the heel up.
Okay.
A little bit out the toe.
Yeah.
Just to stop it to dig in.
Okay.
I can't throw it all the way onto that green.
No. Okay, it's just come out very soft on you again, and he's left himself a
wetish area, isn't it?
yeah, he's left himself another one of them. So this is what links golf does for you. Dan's playing some good stuff today. He's hit a tee shot into a pretty good area, and then he's just left himself another one of these 3-4 footers, but unfortunately this time for bogey.
And it's a bit of breeze, bit of swing.
You know, he's hit one shot which wasn't that bad, but it just gets into a place where it makes it very difficult to get it up and in. So if he can hold this one, a 5 would be a little bit get out of jail free. Outside the right.
Oh, that's not a way to finish part 1 for me, that.
No, that's not your finest.
That frustrates me like you wouldn't believe. Anyway, come on then. Tidy this up.
Right edge, up the hill. Nice and firm. Make that posture a bit better.
Tidy, very good. Rightio, Christopher. There you go.
That's the end of part
1. See everybody
Boom.
for part 2. We got something different up our sleeves.